Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a plumbing project. So this is the beginning. I'm gonna go through a step by step. So if your office has a different way of doing this, you might want to follow them, but this is a basic one of the ways to start. I'm going to start a plumbing model project. Okay, so to start that model, because it's a new project, it's going to be a new model. So guess where I'm going? I'm going to go right here. New model. These are the models. This is going to be a new model. Model, new model. Okay? And the template is going to be a new project, but Revit has a plumbing template that I can use. Okay, so I'm going to use that template. And let's open that and say new project requires a new model, but they call it a template, so I'm gonna say okay to that. So okay, so we have a new model. This is a plumbing model. This is a plumbing model that I am starting. And on the left hand side, you see these are the floor plans. These are the ceiling plans. I don't need these ceiling plans. And here are my elevations. In my plumbing, I don't need ceiling plans. So I'm going to delete these. Let's do this. I'm going to go to the east elevation and see these two. There's level 1 and level 2. Level 1, level 2. Level 1, level 2. Okay. That's these two. Now in HVAC, you might want to use a ceiling plan. Reflected would be reflected ceiling plan, right? Okay, so, but because this is a plumbing model, it's not a template, it's a model now. Okay, it's a plumbing model. I am going to delete these because when I bring in the architect's model, I don't want any confusion. And the same with this second floor. This is just a template model. This is a template that we can use, okay? But because I can save this as a model, so I'm gonna delete, let's delete 2. So I'm gonna delete this level. Let's right click and delete warning. Along with the selection, 2 elements and 1 view will be deleted. View floor plan, 2 plumbing will be deleted. That's fine because I mean it's a template model. It's the beginning of my model, and I'm just trying to clear up the things that come in this model. Okay. Let's go down in here and look at, there's no legends, there are no schedules, there are no sheets, and there are a few families in this particular model. Let's go down and see what they have for plumbing. Flex pipe, anything in here? Flex pipe, okay. Flex round. I usually don't use these for Revit. You can call it out in the specs, or you can call it out as a note on your drawing. Let's go down to floors. Well, pipes. This is another pipe fitting. Okay, and that's okay. I expected that. Those can be downloaded from your library, so I'm not concerned about that. Nothing has changed. in the years that Revit has been, it's always been like the plastic fittings. I want to be interested in seeing what kind of types we have. Okay, 1, and that's okay. I like the fact that it's the one PVC, because that's those fittings. There are no cast iron types ever. There's never been cast iron. There's never been copper pipe types. Cast iron, copper, and this PVC are your main kind of pipes you use in plumbing. That really, I mean, there's other types, you know. I mean, there's other types of pipes. I'm not going to say, but this particular program, they have some flange pipes and other things, but it gets too complicated using those pipe types with Revit. So the only pipe type that you're going to need that's going to make any sense, that I think is stable with Revit, is the PVC, because the fittings, when you want a fitting for a flange, and you've started your project, and somehow it breaks, or you go to Tyler and you think that you're going to be okay with the new pipes and the fittings, or you go to Charlotte. Those two I know and that I've experimented with, they work and it looks great. You know, Grinnell looks wonderful. Victaulic looks wonderful. But it becomes unstable at some point. It's just gonna happen. It will happen. So I like to stick with out of the box Revit, PVC, pipes, and fittings. That seems to be the stable. And one day, hopefully, there's going to be cast iron and copper fittings that work just as well, that's just as stable as the PVC portion or pipe types and fittings that are Revit. Those are just, I've never had a problem with the PVC. It's absolutely 100% stable. I can say that, you know, relative to those other the manufacturers who say that they use Revit, like Charlotte, the rest of them, Victaulic, and all of those other ones. You know, I mean, it's nice, but it looks good, but they become unstable, you know, from my experience. So anyway, what was I doing? Can I remember what I was doing? I don't remember what I was doing. Okay, so now, so looking at these pipes, I'm just going to, it's going to be PVC cold water, PVC hot water, PVC hot water return, PVC whatever, vent, waste, you know, because the fittings that go with these pipe, with this pipe type are going to be drain waste vent fittings or plastic fittings that come with Revit, and that's fine with me. Revit is just it's a graphic representation of the real world. It doesn't have to be LO level of development 900, you know. So I'm just looking at this particular template model, and that's fine. So I want to just share my experience with you guys. These systems, let's see what this is, and I think another reason why I'm long-winded about this is because this is the newer Revit model. Revit release, the latest release of Revit, and I was hoping that the pipe types would have been upgraded, but hey, it is what it is. So the piping system, and I've looked at this before, you know, this is not the first time I've looked at it. I knew that it was just going to be PVC, so but it would have been a welcome surprise to see that would say pipe types PVC, cast iron, copper, and the same for piping systems. Now this is not too bad, you know. I mean, I like this the way the piping system is. You can duplicate this and modify it, customize it the way you want, and everything seems to be working out okay. The systems are not the problem. It's the pipe types that have not been upgraded, and that will come, I hope, with the next release. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I hope you are too. Let's pray. Let us pray. Okay, let's go back. So, so I'm just looking at see what Revit 2024 has to offer in terms of plumbing, and it looks like nothing has changed in terms of the pipes and the piping systems. Fixtures, you know, that's hit and miss. You know, you can go to BIM Object, you can get, you know, some things, or you can go up in the cloud and get some fixtures, and that's fine. Or you can create your own fixtures if you know how to do that. If you can create a water closet with all of the bells and whistles around it, good job. That's what I say. But the fixtures are going to be there. You know, I mean, you can download them and then modify them the way you want. But Revit does a pretty good job with the fixtures, and the manufacturers do a good job with, or I should say, BIM Object does a good job with it. You know, you can download that. It's a website that you can go to that downloads Revit materials. So those three piping systems and plumbing fixtures, nothing has changed, but the systems and the fixtures are okay. The pipes, I was hoping that when I did see this, I was hoping that it would be the cast iron and the copper, but it's not. So we are looking at what Revit has to offer for this particular template model, and we're at level, we're at the first level, and we're here. So the rest of this, the plumbing, and that's fine. So we've stripped it down for us to continue. Now, there's another, this is just for someone who doesn't have a template. If you have your own template, it's a whole different story. And also Revit has other templates that you can use. I'm using this as a basic, you know, I think there's systems default, and there's HVAC default. Systems default is not too bad. You can use your own template that you've created over the years, but if you've just started out with Revit, your choice is, I would choose, if you are using, if you want an HVAC model, I would go with the HVAC stripped down version model instead of the systems default model template, because you just like in this plumbing model, I don't need the two reflected ceiling views. And I don't need the second level, because when I bring in the architect's model, it's just going to confuse things. So let me go back. So anyway, let me get started on this. So let's go back to the first floor plan and insert our model. But before I do that, what I like to do is put it on a particular work set. When I bring in my models, if it's going to be HVAC or a kitchen plan or a lighting plan or whatever other model that is out there in space that's going to be part of the project, I like to put it on a particular work set, and in this case I'm going to put the architect's model on a work set. So it's going to be a new work set. I'm just going to put in ARCH. Okay, that, and make it active here. Say OK, and down here is our work set that we are using. So I come up to insert. I think that that's it. I think that that is it. Yeah, let's go insert. So insert, Revit link. Let's go to my computer, and I'm going to go to my C drive and my program files where Autodesk is, and I'm going to go down to 24 and type S for samples. Okay, this is the tree for it. I don't know where yours is, depending on where it is, but whether it's 24 or 23 or 22, they all come with samples. You can come here, type S, and it will go to samples. And for here, this is the architect model that I am bringing in. The file name, file type, and the positioning is internal origin to internal origin. And I'm going to say open, yes. And we still have our architect work set down here. So now the nested links invisible. That must be these guys. So the following nested links will not appear. That's fine, because their reference type is set to overlay. Okay, if you know, this is for the, I don't know, new guys, but the reference type is overlay. There's a thing in AutoCAD, it might be here for Revit also, is that you wanted to overlay. In the other ones, you don't want it to attach, because it's going to bring it over. And when you was working on those 486s back in the day, you didn't want that attachment to bring over, because it would draw on your storage, and it would draw on your RAM and all the rest of it. But that's what this warning is. It's not going to bring those in. They will not appear. And I'm going to close this and say okay. So that's our drawing. Okay. So now that we have that in, the first thing you want to do when you bring it in is you want to pin it. Okay. Let's pin. We're going to pin our model. And another thing you want to do up front, before you do anything else, after you pin it, you want to bound your rooms. Okay. Room bounding. Let's do this. Let's say okay to this and go back. Okay. So now what I want to do is bring in my floor plans. I don't want to use this one. This was just from the template model. Okay. I want to bring in the architect's plans. Okay. So let's go to view. I'm going to show, let's see what's going on here. Floor plan. So to bring these in, you go to view floor plan. I just want to see what's going on here first. Do not duplicate. So maybe one plumbing should be here. Level 1. Okay. I think that's what they're calling it. That's a view. So this level 1 is going to be in the elevation view, representing this floor plan 1 plumbing. Okay. I'm going to cancel this and go to east elevation. Let's go to east elevation. And okay, so you see this level 1. When we go back to floor, can I move this? Okay. Let's go back up and look at this. So this is the view. This can change, but this new floor plan is highlighting the level that the plumbing model is representing, okay? So that's why these two match and not the view. This is the floor plan, okay? And let's cancel this. And I cannot, can I erase this? Let me see. No, okay, you see how I cannot erase it. It's grayed out, okay? So Revit won't allow you to erase that. I'm gonna erase it after I put another floor plan in here, okay? So now that you have your model in and it is pinned, this is the pin, okay? It's pinned, and what we're seeing, plan view, we only have the one view, one level in. I think that what I'm gonna do now is create my floor plans, okay? So to do that, we can collaborate with our linked model. I'm gonna select this linked. Okay, we go here and select the link, and what Revit is telling us is that what do you want to copy? Let me get in a little closer. So over here on the left is copy specific elements from a linked project into a host project. Okay, so I'm going to click this copy. So it's waiting for me to copy something, and usually in this case, it's going to be these levels, okay? So I'm going to choose this parking. This family level head circle has been renamed to avoid conflict, okay? So it's renaming from the template, okay? I'm going to hold down the control and copy the rest of these levels. I'm not going to copy level 1. Control, block 35. This is from the architect's drawing. 43. And that's level 1 from the architect's drawing. There's parking, level 1 with 3 versions. It goes from left to right. 35, if you look at there, you have to study the drawing, the architect's drawing. So we go to level 1. I'm not going to do, it's probably a mezzanine. I'm going to do level 2. I'm holding down the shift key and I am copying it. Level 2. Let's go up. There's level 3. Level 3. Level 4. Level 5. And I think I'm going to go, this is roof. Let's change this. Let's go 3/8. Level 5. Let's see. Do I copy? I think I'm gonna leave those alone. If I need it, I can go back and get these blocks. 37, 43, 39. I'm gonna copy. I'm assuming that it is a roof plan. But I don't know. R1 must mean something. We'll see. I think it is if you look at the architect's drawing. Some kind of roof, mezzanine. Let's go here, copy, control, select. There's R2. And R3. I'm gonna get this parapet. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna get all of these. What the heck? What can it hurt, right? Did I get R2? Let's see what happens. Already copied. Stop existing monitor to copy again. Let's do this, okay. Green roof. Let's say yes. Parapet, yes. R3, okay. Parapet 2, yes. Is that it? Any more? Okay, so I am going to say finish and escape on my keyboard, and let's look at these guys. Let's just bring these out to here. Okay, so all of the copied material is here, here, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10.9876. Let's copy. Stop. I'm going to stop monitoring. You can if you want to. I usually don't monitor. And I'm going to escape again. Did I do block 37? I didn't do. Let's see. I must have. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Block 37 is copied. Just want to make sure. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to leave it alone. I didn't get this mezzanine. I'm going to do that now. Let's go back here, copy, select, link, copy, M1, that's fine. Say yes. Do not monitor, escape. Okay, so we got M1. I'm just going to hang it out right there. It looks like everything is okay. I'm going to come back and delete that level 1. Everybody looks like they're all okay. Yeah, okay. Now, let's go back to the plumbing model, plumbing floor plan. I wonder if I can, let's look at this view. Floor plan views. And those are all of the copied levels from the architect's model. And where's level 1? Level 1 is here, right? Let's do this. Do not duplicate existing views. I'm going to say okay. But what I'm going to do is put these floor plans, I'm going to edit them. These are the original floor plans. The original floor plans. These are the new floor plans. And I'm going to edit them. Well, I'm not going to edit them. I'm going to relocate, or I'm going to put them in a place where they're going to be safe, okay? And that is, instead of it going to, well, okay. So usually this is, okay. So it's going to go into this floor plan. Is there an architect plan? There's an architect plan, but there's no architect category in this project browsers. It's interesting. Let's see what Revit does with this. I'm telling Revit to put all of those plans from the architect's model in the architect plan category in my project browser. Let's see what happens. Say okay to this, say okay to this. Do not duplicate. Do not duplicate. Level 1, okay. M1, okay. I'm gonna say okay. Okay, so it creates, you see, the architect creates this plan. So I think that I can delete now. So these are my floor plans. Wait, what happened? What happened? Something happened. What happened? Plan view, floor plan. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. Okay, so I have to only selected the 37. Do not duplicate. So I select 39, shift. Okay, And let's make sure that we're going to the architects. New views are dependent on template. Okay. Let's say okay to this. And okay, and it should populate here. Yeah, okay. So now I can delete this. Where is it? View. Let's do this. I can go back. I'm gonna open up one of these. Okay, and what's this? Close inactive. That's fine. Where's plumbing? Here. Right click and delete. Okay, so it's gone. So now there's no confusion with my plumbing model when I'm bringing in. Let me go back. My drawings. Okay, so there's a lot to do here. There is a lot to do. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here, and so that's the beginning. That's the beginning of setting up your drawings. Is there anything else? I think that I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to end it here and start with the rest of how you need to set up your drawings when a brand new project. This is a brand new project, and the steps you take. Your office may have a different standard. This is the basic. I mean, it's worked for me. It's worked for me. So a lot of it has to do with understanding the architect's drawing, which is another it's another part of the process of developing your model. Okay, I'm going to stop here before I continue, and I will continue setting up this project in another video. Okay. So, okay, guys, I hope that helps, and I will talk to you guys later.